If he feels the need, a Sigma male won't hesitate to ghost you or even ignore you. People often perceive his indifferent attitude as arrogance, and sometimes they're right. But a Sigma male could be ignoring you for a variety of reasons. It may be nothing personal, so before you jump to conclusions, consider these 10 reasons why Sigma males may be ignoring you. And a little warning, alpha males don't want you to stay till number 1. Number 10. Sigma males find a lot of people boring. When a Sigma remains quiet in a social situation, there's a good chance he finds the conversation boring. As a rule, he doesn't chit-chat about everything and nothing. While people may think he is arrogant, in reality, it goes much deeper than that. Sigmas don't seek approval through interpersonal communication. In other words, when you talk to a Sigma, he doesn't care if you like him or hate him. Your approval will have no impact on his sense of self-worth. He has a very different mentality from the people whose self-esteem depends on inclusion in a group. Naturally, the Sigma dislikes small talk and mundane conversations that take place for the purpose of seeking approval. And a lot of conversations fall into this category. You can connect with a Sigma if you share a common interest, because then you can take the conversation to a deeper level. And if you manage that, you'll find that he can talk for hours. However, if you share nothing in common with a Sigma, you may need to accept his silence. Number 9. Sigmas dislike certain character traits. If you're wondering why a Sigma is ghosting you or ignoring you, it might be because you have certain character traits that rub him the wrong way. The Sigma is like a professional athlete. He sets high standards for himself and will walk through fire to achieve his goals. He has built up strong character traits such as discipline and work ethic. As a result, he sets high standards not only for himself but also for others. And if you have neglected your own character building, he may judge you for it. You don't need to be perfect to befriend a Sigma male. Everybody has weaknesses and flaws. Nevertheless, he'll ignore those who want to stray too far from his values. Every Sigma, for example, dislikes excessive complaining. If you have a negative attitude and talk in a pessimistic way, Sigmas will want to create distance from you. Don't forget that Sigmas dedicate their lives to meaningful work. In many ways, they are unshakable optimists. They don't want to be around people who complain. In addition, Sigmas take risks. It's part of the mentality. Typical Sigma behavior includes mountain biking, opening businesses, running marathons, world travel, etc. If you are risk-averse and always playing it safe, the Sigma just can't relate to you, so he might just ignore you. Number 8. You boast too much. Alpha and Gamma males are both prone to boasting. That is, they exaggerate their achievements to impress others. An Alpha needs respect like a plant needs water. If people don't admire him, he shrivels up and withers away. So Alphas boast because they love the rush of accomplishment and the respect it brings. They might exaggerate when swept up in the moment, but they're being honest about the fact that they are exceptional people. Gammas, on the other hand, boast because they're insecure. They pretend to be something they're not because they're ashamed of their real lives. Often, a Gamma will fabricate stories to try and gain status. In stark contrast, Sigmas downplay their achievements. In conversation, Sigmas won't draw attention to his list of accomplishments. People often have no idea how successful he is, and if you try to pay him a compliment, he'll probably wave it away. So when a Sigma finds himself around people who are boasting or talking about how incredible they are, he often starts nodding off to sleep. Number 7. A Sigma is always busy. Although he has a calm demeanor, the Sigma's mind processes ideas at high speed. Plus, he takes risks and chases his dreams with the dedication of a professional athlete. Sigmas don't lie around waiting for life to happen to them, they are men of action. A Sigma's intensity creates a busy life. So if he's not responding to emails or texts, no need to assume that he's ghosting you. It might be nothing personal, he may just have other things to worry about. In fact, it's part of the Sigma's charm. He's unpredictable and you'll never know what he'll come up with next. But being friends with a Sigma means accepting that you may lose contact for prolonged periods of time. But don't worry about it, he'll show up soon. Number 6. Trust is earned. When it comes to the Sigma, first impressions barely count. A Sigma doesn't care about words, he judges people by their actions, and before he trusts you, he wants to see reliable actions over a sustained period of time. He'll watch how you react in different situations and discern your good and bad character traits. And that's why you shouldn't misrepresent yourself to Sigmas. Because it can take them years to trust somebody, Sigmas tend to have small, tight-knit inner circles. And you'll battle to break into his inner circle because it probably consists of the same 4 or 5 people that he's known for 20 years. If a Sigma's ignoring you, it might be that he doesn't know you well enough. In that case, the only thing to do is to prove your trustworthiness through long-term, consistent action. If you show signs of self-discipline and a strong work ethic, a Sigma will make a mental note. Number 5. Sigmas get lost in thought. If you're hanging out with a Sigma and he's ignoring everybody, he might have some creative problem weighing on his mind. Not everybody understands the power of creative thinking, and not everybody delves deep into mental work. But Sigmas have a strong intellectual streak. They don't hesitate to take on creative projects. And like an artist obsessed with his work, a Sigma can lose interest in the world around him. If a Sigma's ignoring you, he might just need to solve a creative problem in his mind before he comes back down to earth. Number 4. Don't tell a Sigma what to think. A Sigma makes up his own mind about important questions, and as far as possible, he uses logic and rational thought to reach conclusions. Some people want to force their beliefs onto others. It's a common trait that you find in religion, politics, philosophy, and even more mundane topics like sport. Some people try to strong-arm you into accepting their beliefs. Of course, with a Sigma male, this is a losing persuasive strategy. He avoids emotional reactions, so intimidating him won't work. And he doesn't care about social status, so trying to shame him for his beliefs is useless. You can persuade a Sigma by using good arguments to back up your positions. If you make your case and he finds the arguments convincing, a Sigma will change his beliefs. But if you command him to accept your position, he'll ignore you, because Sigmas hate being told what to think. Number 3. Sigma males have haters. Having high status comes with some downsides, one of which is inspiring jealousy. To understand why this phenomenon occurs, let's take a step back and consider what having high status really means. In a nutshell, society gives you status for 5 reasons: connections, wealth, beauty, character, and intelligence. Sigmas quite often have all 5 of these qualities. They have exceptional friends, they make lots of money, they're often good-looking, and they have both strong character traits and high IQs. Therefore, society confers high status on Sigmas, even though they don't really care about it. Not all low-status men resent Sigmas, but a certain percentage do, and normally it's envious Gamma males. Gammas resent the fact that they are low status. Either they have no friends or else they're unattractive. Whatever the case may be, they crave the status of the Sigma. Throughout life, Sigmas must deal with haters. Remaining aloof is a social strategy they use to minimize the jealousy. Number 2. You're not being logical enough. No human being is perfectly rational, but some people are more rational than others. For example, some go into debt because they eat too much fast food. Others remain stuck in dead-end jobs, even though they're capable of greater things. Life is full of such examples of irrational behavior. A Sigma prefers logical thought over emotional or instinctive reactions. He plans his life by setting goals, then working out the best way to achieve those goals. It's rare that Sigmas make impulsive decisions. They have reasons behind why they act. Particularly in the workplace, irrational decisions annoy the Sigma because he's usually the most logical member of the team, therefore he expects his co-workers to think before they act. And in his personal life, a Sigma won't sympathize with you if irrational behavior causes your problems. Understand that the Sigma is a goal-orientated creature. If you're causing your own problems, he'll expect you to apply your mind and formulate better goals. If you fail to order your life correctly, he might hold it against you and ignore you. Now, before we move on to the last point, we'd just like to thank you for watching our video. Please don't forget to leave a like, as it really helps our channel to grow, which means that we can keep producing more high-quality content. Plus, it only really takes half a second. Now on to the number 1 reasons why Sigma males ignore you. Number 1. You're being too much of an alpha male. The Sigma and the Alpha have a special relationship. They're often rivals who compete in athletics, business, and life. But they have very different motivations, and Sigmas will ignore certain Alpha behaviors. Often, it leads to conflict. If we're talking about a business, the Alpha is the CEO. He rightfully expects obedience from his employees. After all, he's the boss. An Alpha's status as the leader preserves his self-esteem, so if his subordinates disregard his orders, he takes it personally. Alphas are very sensitive to their status, but the Alpha's authority means nothing to the Sigma, who couldn't care less about the social hierarchy. The Sigma works for his own reasons. He doesn't bend the knee to the boss. The Sigma will often disregard the Alpha's orders if he thinks they are unreasonable. So if you're an Alpha and a Sigma is ignoring you, perhaps you're confusing him with somebody of a lower rank. If you expect a Sigma to jump at your commands, you're going to be very disappointed. We hope this video made it clear why Sigma males sometimes like to keep their distance. Although they might ignore you, they'll rarely give you an explanation. As you can see, there could be many reasons why a Sigma male ignores you, but if you've got decent character, it's probably nothing personal.